Hello everyone, my name is Aarohi and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in my last video, we studied about list. We have seen what are list, why to use list, and what are the various functions we can perform using list. And today we will study about tuples. We will see what are tuples, how tuples are different from list, and when should we use tuples and when to use list. That is what we are going to cover today. So for that, create one new file, and in that file we will do all the code which is related to tuples. So click on this file, new notebook, and first let's name it tuple program, and then click on rename. Here we will write the code. Guys, most of the things in list and tuple are same. There is only one difference. That difference I'll show you in some time. So first let's see how to create a tuple. What is the syntax of creating tuple? So let's say we have one variable with this name, and then we are using this bracket, right? So this bracket means we are creating a tuple. Earlier, when we used this square bracket, it means that we are creating a list. Okay, so today we are not learning this because this part we have already done. Why I'm writing this? Because I just want to show you the visual difference that when you use square bracket, it is a list, and when you use this parenthesis, this means this is a tuple. And the task of both list and tuple is same. We can store multiple values of different data type in a single variable using list or tuple. Now let me show you how to create a tuple. Here we can write multiple values, and all the values you can separate them using comma as we did in list. And when you want to print this list, you will write print, and then you will write the name of that tuple and hit enter. Here you can see the elements which are there in that particular tuple, and see it is starting with the parenthesis and it is ending with parenthesis. And guys, now let's see the concept of indexing. We studied this concept in list also. So the indexing concept is same. The item of the tuple which is at first position will have index 0. This will have index 1, 2, and the last index we can get writing -1. So let me show you this part. So let's say you want to see the value which is at index 3. So you will write num square bracket and write the index number and hit enter. See, the output is 4. So let's see what is there at this index 3. So 0 index, at 1 index we have 2, at 2 index we have 3, at next index we have 4. So at index 3 we have 4. So this is correct. Now let's say you want to see the last item of a tuple. Then what will you do? You will write the tuple name, square bracket, and then just write -1. This is called negative indexing. This is negative indexing, and it will tell you which item is at last index. So this is similar as list. Now I will show you how tuples are different from list. Okay, so let's see it with example. So let's talk about this same tuple only. Let me write it here. So this is the tuple. Now let's say I want to change the value 2 with 5. So in list, we can modify the list easily, right? So you just need to write the index number where you want to change the element. So this is 0 index, 1, 2, 3. So let's say 0, 1. At 1 index, where the value is 2, I want to make it 33 and enter. See, you will get this error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Means in tuple, once you create the tuple, you cannot change the value of tuple later on. You cannot modify the values. So means tuples are immutable. Immutable means you cannot change once they are created. So this is the only difference between list and tuple. List can be modified later, but tuples cannot. So now let's say we have a list. Let me show you the example with list only. So we will have the same records, just change these brackets to square brackets. Now we have this list, and now let's perform the same functionality. Now at the place of 2, I want to write 33. Enter. Now print this list. The list name is num. See, the value is modified. So when you create list, you can modify the values, but when you create tuples, you cannot modify the values. So this is the only difference. Let's say if you want to see the length of your tuple. So this is a tuple. Let me write it here. So this is a tuple. Now you want to check the length of this tuple. So you will just write len and num. So same function which we used in a list, the same function we are using over here. Now guys, the important question is, when should we use list and when should we use tuple? So use tuple where you want data security. Suppose you created some data points and you want that nobody should modify these data points. For example, let's take an example. So suppose you stored the coordinates, latitude and longitude of locations in a tuple, and you want that nobody should change them. Then write them in a tuple. Or let's say, okay, let's see it practically. Let me create one tuple. The name of that tuple is weekdays, and write these parentheses. The first name is Monday, and then I have Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Okay, let's say these are the 3 names. Now, if you want that nobody should change these values to some other weekdays names, then make it a tuple. Suppose you want that once you create this tuple, nobody should change Monday to Sunday or Thursday, then write it in a tuple. So this tuple simply means where you want that once you write that data, nobody should change that data. Then use tuples. And when you want that user can modify it, then write it in a list. So guys, that's it for today. This is what you need to know in tuple. So I will give you one assignment. Do that assignment. Okay, let me write down assignment for you over here. This is your assignment. Create a tuple with 5 numbers. Print first and last number. Then try to modify it and see if you're getting error. Then create one list. Try to modify it. And once you've done this, write tuple done in comment section so that I know that you are practicing it, you are learning with me. So that's it for today's guys. I hope this video is helpful. Thank you for watching.